Thank you for coming in today. I would like to take this time to introduce myself to you and go over a few things before we begin. I obtained my degree at the local college and I have a passion for helping people. I have extensive volunteer work with various organizations and I'm committing to help others really to the best of my abilities. So before we begin, I want to go over a few documents and have you sign them before we begin. I would like for you to know that therapy is a relationship between people and it works because of the way that it's defined and the responsibilities of each person. As a client, you have rights. There are legal limitations to those rights, and I would like for you to be aware of them. Psychotherapy has benefits and risks. You may feel uncomfortable feelings or sadness or guilt. We may discuss unpleasant memories or experiences in your life. Therapy also has benefits and often leads to a greater personal awareness and insight, increased skills for managing stress and relationships with others. It will require an active effort on your part, not just during the session, but also outside of the session. If for whatever reason we are not addressing your needs, I will help you make an appointment with another mental health professional. Appointments will run about 50 minutes every other week. You'll need to provide me a 24-hour notice if you need to cancel, and if you don't provide a 24-hour notice, you will be charged a cancellation fee. If you are late to your appointment, then you will still need to end on time. I am required to keep record of the services that I provide. Your records will be maintained in a secure location. The records will be brief, notating that you were here, your reasons for seeking therapy, the goals, the progress notes, the diagnosis, medical, social, treatment history, record from other providers. You have a right to the copy of your file. I will disclose no information about you or the fact that you are my patient without your written consent. However, you should know that there are exceptions to the rule of confidentiality. If at any time you disclose that you're going to hurt yourself or someone else, or child abuse or adult abuse, then confidentiality is off. I am hard to contact by telephone. I will not answer my phone when I'm with clients. You may leave me a message and I will return your call as soon as I get it. If you are not able to keep yourself safe and you have not heard from me, please contact the community mental health center or go to your local emergency room. And finally, if for whatever reason you're unhappy with the way that therapy is going, please talk to me so that I can address your concerns. I will take your input seriously and handle it with respect. You are free to end therapy at any time. You have the right to respectful care without discrimination. I know this is a lot, but do you have any questions or concerns about any of this information?
No.
Okay, please initial where it's prompted on your paper and sign the bottom of the form. Okay, so now that we have that taken care of, tell me what brings you in today.
Oh, well, there's a bit of tension between my wife and I.
Could you elaborate more on the tension that you're experiencing?
Well, she's been upset, probably because our youngest just left for college. She doesn't like them being away to college. She's so focused on them being gone and doesn't pay attention to our relationship.
So you and your wife have 2 children?
Yep.
And has anything like this ever happened in the past?
Yes, it has.
And what are some examples?
Well, pretty much any life change. She has a hard time adjusting to a new routine. It doesn't have to be something bad, but sometimes it's good things that disrupt the flow of things.
So what does it look like when she's having a hard time?
Well, she's sad most of the time, crying a lot. She doesn't eat much. She sleeps more. She doesn't work in the garden.
Does she have a job?
Yes, she's a teacher.
Okay, great. And what about you?
I'm a mechanic.
Okay, and when did you get married?
We've been married for 22 years. We got married right out of high school. I was working on cars and I've continued as a mechanic. She went back to school to be a teacher.
Okay, great. Now, has she missed any days of work because of this current situation?
No, she hasn't.
Do you or your wife currently use any substances, including alcohol?
We both used to drink and use drugs. We still occasionally drink, but we both had to make better choices for our jobs.
And what are some things that you and your wife enjoy doing together?
Well, we haven't been doing much together lately because she's so focused on what the children are doing and when they're coming back.
And does any of her family or your family live nearby?
Yes.
Are they a support structure for her? Like, how does she get along with her family?
Well, they will be there to complete physical tasks, but they're not really there emotionally. She struggled with this for a while and was always trying to do things to make them happy.
And would she be open to coming in and exploring this with me?
I'm not sure. She grew up sometime about that going to a shrink meant that you were crazy and the message that nobody needs to know what's going on in our life. She doesn't have a lot of confidence in the counseling process. I'm here because I don't know how to help her.
Okay. Could you tell me about some of your strengths?
Well, I'm loyal. I won't give up on her. I'm committed to helping her.
And what are some strengths of your relationship?
We've been married for a considerable amount of time. We have 2 children that we both love. We have faced tough times, but haven't given up on each other.
What about any type of spiritual support?
Yes, we attend church. She's usually better about connecting with others than I am.
Have you mentioned to her that you would like to spend more time together?
Yes.
And then tell me how she responds.
She agrees, and then we make plans to do something, but then she spends most of the time together talking about when the children will come home or what she wants to do with them next time they come home, and then she gets sad and points out that the whole point of us going out was to be an uplifting experience to get her mind off of it.
I hear confusion in your story.
Well, I try to keep her busy, but she can't seem to get past this. Typically in the past, when her routine was off, she would eventually get back to normal. This time, she doesn't seem to be getting back to normal.
So what do you think would make this situation better? Like, say the problem could be changed overnight. What would she be doing differently the next day?
If I had that answer, I wouldn't be here. I think if she wasn't so fixating on them leaving, maybe it would be better.
I would like to try to set up a time to meet with her. In the meantime, are you open to trying some things before we meet again?
I don't think she's going to want to come in.
Well, I'll reach out to her and we can see what she says. But are you open to trying something before we meet again?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like for you to think about the belief behind the event and your emotional consequence. So to do this, we're going to record your thoughts, kind of like a thought record, and it will help when it comes to how you respond to your wife. So let's go over an example. What is a triggering situation?
When my wife and I argue about her over-involvement with the children.
And what are some of the negative thoughts that come to mind?
This is never going to change.
How do you feel when you have those thoughts?
Sad and hurt.
Is there evidence that supports those thoughts? Like, has this happened before?
Yes, she's done this before. She isn't going to change.
So on the contrary, is there any evidence against the thought?
She does seem to be conflicted by the way she responds. She doesn't like it, but it doesn't seem to know how to change it.
Okay, well, maybe instead of seeing it as sad that your wife doesn't help out, we could reframe it, include the belief we see, such as, if she doesn't help the way I want her to, she doesn't care about me. Becoming aware of the belief we are putting behind the event will help us understand how that impacts the emotional and behavioral consequences.
This seems hard.
It will take some getting used to. It definitely isn't easy, and we will need to go over it and practice it several times. This will be a good goal that we can work towards.
Okay.
Could we set up your next appointment?